Well, I hope mine might be a little longer, but I'll try not to keep it too long. I'm Jenny, and my son Ben, you probably know, and my husband is on worship team playing saxophone, so that's Phil. And I've been a Christian for a very long time. I got saved when I was about 7 years old. I was placed in an orphanage when I was 2 years old. I was there till I was 13, and from my age of 2 to 7 years, I've gone through a lot of what a young girl should go through. Been physically abused, sexually abused, and when I heard the gospel for the first time when I was 7 years old, I knew without a shadow of a doubt that I needed him, and that he was actually my imaginary friend, my real friend, my best friend. Every day I counted on him. Every day I talked to him, like good morning, good night. You know, just that innocent relationship that I missed when I was a kid. So, anyways, I got adopted when I was 9, when I'm 10, and throughout my life in the orphanage, I really tried to be really good, because I didn't want to get in trouble, and because whenever I get in trouble, I get beaten and I get hurt. And so I tried to be really good, and majority of times I did that, and I got adopted, and life with American Family was very beautiful for 2 years or so, and then things started to go haywire, and to this day, I don't really know what I did wrong or what went wrong per se. I wasn't really rebellious or any kind of things like that. I didn't fight my mom or dad on it, but they're just issues that were quite jiving. And so I went through life like this until I moved out of my house, and then I lived with a roommate. We were both Christians, and we met a bunch of young adults that went on Bible study, and so they invited us over, and I did, and through circumstances I recommitted my life, and that's where also I met my husband Phil, and we both got baptized together, and life was really on the right track. And I went through like this for about 20 years. When I was about 40 years, I was driving along, I was really happy, sun is shining, I'm praising the Lord, and a question pops in my mind, and the question is there a God? Are you sure you're going to heaven? Are you sure? And all through my Christian life, that question has been in my head. And each time I say, oh, Satan, quit it. Yeah, there is. Of course there's God, you know? But this voice was different. This voice was from God, literally saying, is there a God? Is there really heaven? And are you going there? And the overwhelming of that, I had to pull over, and I had to really close my eyes. And he gave me a vision of a huge wall, as far as I can see, and as wide as I can see. And there was the wall, I could not go under it, over it, or around it. And so I knew there was something in me that I needed to give to God, totally, because my life wasn't totally belonging to him. So I went to a counseling, did a lot of prayer, did a lot of study, and it was one of the main crux of the issues that I needed to work with, is that when I was between 5 and 7, I was in an orphanage where that's where the abuse happened. And I remember this one episode was so bad that I blacked out. And I didn't remember what happened. And God gave me the vision of a little girl sitting in the corner like this. And her hair, some of her hair was out. She was bruised. She was crying, her tear stain. And she was very little and very vulnerable. And when I saw that vision, that's where the question came along, is that, where were you? You could have stopped it. You could have done anything. You could have caused anybody come along. But, and as that was big, that was my wall. And so, and as I gave that to him, he gave me another vision where he was holding my heart, the very essence of my being. He was holding, and I really truly believe that's the reason why I can come and be sort of normal, if you call that, but that I don't abuse my kids, that I don't, you know, the things that have done to me, I don't do, because God has really kept the essence of who I am in his hand. And what he holds in his hand, no one can take away. And so and as I gave that to him, he gave me each day the signs that he loves me, like the beautiful sunset, the beautiful mountains, just the overwhelming feeling of love for my kids, for my husband, for others, and just every little things, and tiniest a little bit of answering prayer. I would just feel the overwhelming love from him to me. And so I want to tell you, young people, God loves you. And you don't know that yet, because the majority of you know, I haven't gone through the hardship that I have. And the survival mechanism that even as I was serving God for all that years, I was walking with God with survival mechanism, and not fully trusting in him, not fully investing myself in him, and allowing him to invest in me, allow him to cleanse me and renew me. And so I just want you to know that I know right now that maybe God might not be so real, but he really is real. And you know it by just the things, the way your body is, the way your mind works, the way you breathe. You know, in the morning you get up, you're alive. And just the very little things like that we take for granted. And the love of your family, of your mom and dad and friends. That's the love God is showing you, that he is real. And anyways, I feel so very loved by him. And I think of all the things that people sing about, write about, is love. You know, and I think that's one of the things that everybody needs, is to be loved and to love. And I think that is the process of God is taking all of us. Thank you.